Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is about paddock stands and how to use them. Probably one of the most underrated tools, but I've found that it's been so helpful every time I've needed to do something on my bike. There's nothing like having a bike in the right angle, straight up, slightly off the ground. That makes it a little bit easier for you to do any maintenance on the bike, or any modifications for that matter. Right, so we're not going to waste any time. Let's get straight into it. I got these two paddock stands. The red one is actually for the rear of the bike, and the black paddock stand is for the front of the bike. So in this video I'm going to show you how to use them. So I got these paddock stands from Shopee, which is our equivalent to eBay or Amazon. They're fairly affordable, and for example, this red one comes with interchangeable parts for different bikes. This black unit over here is the front paddock stand. As you can see from the video, it's a slightly different design from the red unit. So one of the most obvious parts of the front paddock stand versus the rear paddock stand is this arm that comes out with a pin that pokes out. It comes with a whole bunch of different sizes that you can swap out depending on which bike you want to work on. So depending on which bike you're working on, you may need to change the hook from the paddock stand, the rear paddock stand, and it's quite easy. All you do is unscrew this little knob on the top over here and then slide out the hook with a claw and then put in the other piece. The next thing you're going to make sure is that your motorcycle has a bobbin or a paddock stand peg that should be on your left and also the right side of your motorcycle. This is what the paddock stand is going to hook on to lift the rear end up. And if you come around to the front of the bike, you should be able to see a little hole just underneath your triple tree, and that's where your front paddock is going to slot into. You know that really weird arm that sticks out on the black paddock stand? That's where it slots into. So if you're working on the bobber by yourself, I usually find it's a little bit easier to get a piece of wood about 1.5 inches to 2 inches thick, and I slide it under the kickstand, and this helps me level up the bike a little bit so that it's easier for me to hook the paddock stand on. To slide the piece of wood underneath the kickstand, all you can do is lean the bike over slightly to give it enough room to slide the piece of wood in, and you just kick it in with your foot. Usually when I start working on my bike, I get the rear of the bike up on a paddock stand first before I do the front paddock stand. Just make sure that the hook is connected to the pegs on both the left and right side. Once they're secure, in my case, I normally just put one foot on the wheel of the paddock stand and I apply some pressure on the handle backwards, and just like that, the entire rear end of the bike just comes right up. Depending on the work that you want to do, sometimes all you need is just the rear wheel up. Coming around to the front of the bike, we're going to use the front paddock stand now, and normally I like to get a piece of cloth and I lay it on top of the mud guard. It's purely for protection because both parts are metal and you really don't want the paddock stand to scratch your mud guard. So like I showed you before, just take the front paddock stand with the little pin and slide it into the little hole underneath the triple tree. Once you've got it in there securely and flushed, just hold the handlebars and apply a little bit of pressure onto the paddock stand and push down, and there you have it. The whole front of the bike is up in the air. Now that you've got your bike on the stand, do your oil change, replace your tires, everything is just so much easier. So to bring it back down, it's pretty straightforward. Do the front one first, be very gentle, keep one hand on the bike, make sure that it doesn't topple over, and then when you get on the back one, just hang onto the seat. It will definitely lean on to the left and it'll come down quite safely. If you have never used a paddock stand before, I hope this video helped you. And as usual, if you like the content, please like and subscribe, leave me a comment, and I will see you in the next video.